With WWE stars addressing the Vince McMahon scandal and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. As he previously ended up in Austria instead of Australia, R-Truth is in the wrong spot for Raw tonight, posting this video on X.
It's San Francisco, California, right? S-A-N-F-R-A-N, Cisco, San Francisco, California. Monday Night Raw, that's where I'm headed.
Recalling what led to his segment with The Rock on the Day 1 edition of Raw, Jinder Mahal told the Gorilla position, "I didn't pitch it, I went home for Christmas. When I landed back in Tampa, I got a call from one of the writers I think you've probably seen on social media. We announced a WWE champion will return. Yeah, it's me. But I knew a big kicker was coming. There's going to be a big switch. You're actually with The Rock. Don't tell anybody." I found out a few days earlier. What an awesome moment. I was super excited. The Rock is one of the most amazing performers of all time. Super giving, super easy. That was the most relaxed I've been in a promo. He's an absolute pro. In the meantime, I've been working with an acting coach. That was a different side of me I got to show, and I got a lot of positive comments and a very positive response overall in my performance. Followed it up with a promo against Seth Rollins, had a title match. All in all, was a great start to the year. I wasn't planning on it, but luckily I stay ready year round. That's WWE, anything can happen at any time. Just like when I became WWE champion out of nowhere. Unbelievable. Obviously, he's now a board member, so he brings a different side of entertainment to WWE. I believe it's only going to make us bigger. Coincides with Raw moving to Netflix next year. It's an amazing time. An amazing time for the company. We're exploring uncharted territory in terms of growth. All of us performers in the locker room are super excited. Dwayne is a very giving performer. Based off my experience, he's always been super helpful. Anytime he's there on Raw or SmackDown, he hangs out after. He's super approachable. He gets along with everybody. Overall, it's a positive thing. Speaking about his current role as a pro wrestler in WWE, Randy Orton said this during an A&E biography. "I'd say paying it forward, giving back to the business is the most important thing to me at this stage of my career. Just helping out the guys who need the help. When I was coming up, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, all these guys, they made sure to instill in me as many good habits as they could. Here I am, 20 years later, and a lot of things come full circle." Giving her thoughts on signing with All Elite Wrestling, Arcadiora wrote on Instagram, "Not sure I can even put into words how I feel. I've cried a few times, screamed with joy, and overall let myself burst with excitement the last few weeks. If you've followed me a while, you'll know I tend to chase a lot of dreams and pursue whatever path feels the most fulfilling to me. If you're friends or family, you'll know I question that in myself often and if I'm making the right choice. At this moment though, to sit and think every step I've taken, whether that was musical theater, pro wrestling, acting, or Highland Games, every path has been intertwined and I know leads here for a reason. To the handful of people who've believed in me every step of the way ever since I got into a ring 7 years ago, and you've taken a chance on me now, I'm forever grateful. To my love, Sim and strength, without you being the best father in the world and your support in everything I've done, I wouldn't be here, and I know that for a fact. Thank you for everything, always." Talking about The Rock now being a part of the bloodline, Seth Rollins noted on Submission Radio, "Yeah, I mean, look, he's rattled, man. He's shook. He came in here thinking he's going to do whatever he wanted to do, so now he's trying to throw his weight around and he's got all the same insults that he's had for the last 20 years. It's kind of sad in some ways, but he wants to run his mouth, dude. He's going to get whooped. I mean, he's a specimen, but the dude's out of practice. He hasn't wrestled in 10 years. I mean, I'm the world heavyweight champion for a reason. He couldn't lace my boots in his best days, let alone now. So he can run his mouth all he wants when he wants to show up. I dare him to put his hands on me, because if he slapped me the way he slapped Cody, if nobody was there to hold me back, oh, baby, I'd be clawing his eyes out of his head. Rey Mysterio, poof, eat your heart out. You know what I mean? Asked about a potential return to New Japan Pro Wrestling, Kazuchika Okada told Tokyo Sports, "I'm already looking ahead to what's next, and I'm going out with the intention of never coming back to New Japan. I'm sorry about that, but I don't think so. Of course, I want to treasure the feeling and the words I received." Touching on having a final match in WWE, Robert Roode said this about AJ Styles, telling Chris Van Vliet, "You never know, I really wanted that, I really did. There was a moment in the last Royal Rumble I did, the one in St. Louis. I think I came in early, 4 maybe, and we had a moment. AJ and I had a moment, and there was some rumblings. Some kind of remembered, but it quickly went away. I got eliminated or whatever. I'm all about story. There's got to be a reason, right? There's got to be people who need to be emotionally invested in this. I want people to care. I want some meat on the bone there. I think AJ would definitely be that guy. We never had the opportunity to work in a singles match." With Hangman Page working an injury angle on AEW Dynamite, it seems he might not be able to take part in a match for the world title against Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland. As Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said, there is sort of a touch-and-go situation that may see him ending up not being able to work the Revolution show. If that's the case, then they can use this as a reason. The hope is that he'll be good to go for it as well. However, it was a carefully crafted work and well done. Going over the status of Piper Niven, Ringside News wrote that, according to Fightful Select, Niven suffered a hand injury in recent weeks, prompting concerns internally about the severity of the damage, with fears of a potential fracture. Mentioning the dynamics of the TNA Wrestling locker room, Steve Maclin said this to Fightful: "It gets squashed quickly, and if there ever is drama, which there never really is, everybody in the locker room in TNA, since I've been there since 2021 till now, it just keeps getting better and better. It's family-oriented where everyone just pushes each other to work hard, go out there and kill it. Wherever you're fighting on the card, everybody's doing their part for where they're at. It's awesome. You ask me about being on the pre-show, that just means I get to set the tone for the night. Going to guys and going, 'Hey, you guys doing this spot? Because we have a cool ramp here at the Palms. Oh, me and Rich are coming up with ideas. Save that for the later card.' Because you could be selfish in certain ways, but the boys are going to be doing something later. The tag match is probably going to do some craziness. Everybody works to help everybody, and that's the one good thing, and everybody's supportive of everybody. We are a family. It's funny. We're all saying goodbye tonight to each other, and it's like, I'll see you in a few days." Sticking with Maclin, this was said regarding his contract status with TNA Wrestling, as Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful noted. "Steve Maclin is a free agent as of May. I have not heard if the two sides have had discussions about an extension. He was working the most recent tapings, however." Taking to X, the official WWE account posted a poster for WrestleMania 40 where Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Io Sky can be seen. One person left off the poster is Women's Royal Rumble winner Bayley, as fans reacted negatively to this. Again, no Bayley on the poster. Bianca didn't win the Rumble. Y'all better stop disrespecting Bayley and put her on these posters. Where's my Royal Rumble winner, huh? Why do you consistently leave Bayley off everything? Didn't she win the Rumble? Put some respect on her name. Bianca on the poster but not Bayley? Disgustingly disrespectful. With 4 world title matches confirmed so far for WrestleMania 40, it seems 2 more could be added soon. As Dave Meltzer noted in Sunday's Daily Update, coming off the Chamber show, those at WWE have confirmed both bouts: AJ Styles versus LA Knight and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton, that yesterday's show appeared to set up. Both are right now listed for Mania. Giving her reaction to the allegations of sex trafficking against Vince McMahon and WWE, Becky Lynch said this to Alex McCarthy of Inside the Ropes. "I've been fortunate in my career that I've always felt supported by the company. These allegations are horrible. It's hard to reconcile as a talent and as a woman, but my experience in WWE has only ever been amazing. Yes, in the beginning, there were some restrictions put on things. We couldn't punch, we had to pull hair. There were weird things there. Being able to push us forward, push women forward, I'm very grateful for that and the opportunity to even have my family. This company, some of these things are hard to reconcile." Also, Kevin Owens would be asked about the Vince McMahon scandal, telling Daily Mail, "Everything that has come out is awful, just terrible. There's really no words to describe how sad this makes me feel. If the people spoke out, went through what they went through, that's terrible. It's shameful and it can't ever happen again. That's what it comes down to." Recalling problems he had during his run with TNA Wrestling, Rob Van Dam noted on his one-of-a-kind podcast, "One time, Scott D'Amore was saying, we're going to be doing some things. I see a spot for you here in TNA. He came out here to Las Vegas and we met at the Nerd Bar and he had a spiel to give me. I see you as being like our new Sting, where you're the veteran. We don't have to work you to death. At the time, my back was bothering me and I let him know up front, right now I'm a little banged up, and we had a good talk. Obviously, it went well as I got hired and was there. Looking back at it, how was Scott to work with? It was fine. But I feel both of my runs that they respected me too much to talk to me. I always thought that they weren't using me in a way that would get their money back out of me. I never put my faith in it being a long-lasting thing." Clarifying why he will not be attending Sting's final pro wrestling match at AEW Revolution, Kevin Nash said on his Click This podcast, "I never said that I was on the WWE payroll. What I said is I'm a WWE guy. I can't have a picture of me in the crowd and underneath it says is all elite. I just can't have that. It just doesn't work. One of my closest friends is Paul Levesque. As much as I love Steve, and I know he will only have one last match, I will watch it. We will talk about it. I haven't been to a WrestleMania, a Raw, a SmackDown, or any of the other pay-per-views. I haven't been to any events. I don't want to go to any place and be around a bunch of people, let alone wrestling people. I just don't want to do it. I'm a hermit, and that's it." Following his no DQ match against Powerhouse Hobbs, where he jumped off a ladder, Sammy Guevara posted a photo of the welts on his back and wrote on X, "This past week was very crazy. Flew to TV Wednesday morning, flew back to Orlando to meet Ty at the airport to take a flight to Pensacola, Florida for a signing. AEW needed me Saturday, so I changed plans and flew to Collision and had a crazy match, then flew back to Pensacola for the final day of the signing and finally flew home at night." On social media, CM Punk said this in regards to seemingly being excluded from the WWE 2K24 video game.
Good morning. I'm going to talk about video games here for a second. Now, I know that 2K has released a full roster of the new WWE video game. Cody's on the cover, by the way. Check it out. It's pretty cool. I'm not in the game. Now, I understand being a little late to the party, returning to the WWE, not being able to be put in the game, but they recently released the DLC teaser, and there's no sign of CM Punk. I know this because the fans are going crazy. They're asking where I'm at. They're asking how come I'm not in the video game. So I've decided to make it my thing today to try to get to the bottom of this, because the fans are demanding that I be put in this video game. Now, I'm not a technology guy, barely a video game guy, so I don't know how fast they can do this. But like I said, we're going to try to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to tag him here just to put the pressure on. Let's hold some feet to fires today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good Monday.
Addressing his departure from WWE, former commentator for the company Kevin Patrick said this on 700 WLW. Absolutely loved my time with WWE, nothing but love for everybody there. I'll look back on my time there brilliantly, and I know I'll go visit friends when WWE is in town. I'll go say hi to everybody. I left very amicably with everybody there. Talking about his new role as a host of MLS 360 on Apple TV, he said, "Everything about this show screams me, and I hate to say it like that because it sounds egotistical, but it's my dream job. It's absolutely my dream job to be bouncing around the grounds, bouncing around through the goals, bringing you all the live updates. It's me to a T for anyone that knows me really well. It's what I'm all about. So it is the dream job, and it's something that was so important for me to go all in on this." Taking to Instagram, The Miz revealed how he has been locked in a room in the SAP Center in San Jose, California.
Live on Instagram, and I'm stuck in an 8x6 room in the arena on Monday Night Raw is happening tonight. They can't get us out. Like, it's an 8x6 room. It's like being stuck in an elevator, only it's a real room. That door does not budge. It's a metal door. And that lock doesn't work. We've tried it. I've tried pulling the door off the hinges. Doesn't work. Not strong enough. Thought I might be. Am not. People have tried kicking the door down. Doesn't work. We don't have a hammer or a nail to get the hinges off the door. Can't do that. I might not make Monday Night Raw because I'm stuck in an 8x6 room at the SAP Center. This is the life.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily I'm not claustrophobic. Wish me luck.
Who could have watched
Tune in back. I mean, it's not that I shut the door. Shut the door. Had to do like a.
Try opening the door now with the handle.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, that doesn't work. Anything? Anything? Now? Come on. We've been in here for, what do you say, about maybe like 10 minutes? It's not a long time.
No.
It's not scary. But it is Monday Night Raw tonight. And sounds like there's a bunch of people out there trying to help us to get out.
Trying to rescue us.
Yeah. 8x6 room. We got water. There's a TV. We can watch the show. A lot of people talking out there, like, as long as it's not framed on the outside. I don't know what they're talking about. We don't have a screwdriver in here, so I can't unscrew the lock. There's a lot of minds out there right now. You can hear them all just saying, like, look, maybe if we did this, maybe if we did that. I got things to do. Monday Night Raw's tonight. We're in San Jose, baby. I see them playing. Not working. All right, tune in. See if I ever get out of this room. Time will tell.
As there have been rumors of WWE having interest in Stardom star Giulia, a status update was given by Tokyo Sports, who noted that it has been revealed in an interview that Giulia, 30, of the women's professional wrestling group Stardom, will leave at the end of March. The departure of a key player who has a track record of winning the World Championship, the highest level in the organization, and currently holds the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship, is sure to cause a big stir. After her departure, Rossy Agawa, 66, is expected to join a new organization that is scheduled to launch, and there is also a possibility that she will aim to join the world's largest organization, WWE, which has been reported in the US media for some time. The departure of the troublemaker is likely to attract attention. Reacting to claims made by former WWE star Ryback, who stated he knew of incidents involving John Cena and Triple H, Rene Dupree had this to say about it on his Cafe de Rene podcast.
For getting people to sign non-disparagement agreements, NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, where they'll come to terms on the shady things that happen, and here take your hush money and go away forever. And that has happened. And what they are finding is there's quite a bit of this. And there's stuff that I have that I've not released. There's stuff, and I'll give you guys, there's a Caitlyn and Triple H story out there. There's a John Cena and Alex Riley story out there. And if the board invests.
Well,
I actually heard, like it's like a locker room talk, but a story about Alex Riley and Cena.
I've heard that same rumor.
But there's more to it. Like the story that I heard, if that were to get out, that would completely jeopardize Cena's Hollywood career.
Yep. Big time.
As far as Caitlyn and Triple H, didn't Ben, when we had Ben on, he always talks about there was a time period where Stephanie and Hunter weren't wearing their wedding rings on television or whatever.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other night, actually, which I found interesting.
Yeah. And again, I always use this, believe nothing of what you hear and half of what you see in the wrestling business when it comes to like rumors and innuendo or whatever. But I also heard of Stephanie being involved at one of the wrestlers.
Really?
Yeah. And this wrestler getting divorced and actually Triple H helping his ex-wife pay for legal costs. Again, I'm not naming names or anything, and this is all just,
And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.